Saturday is Independence Day, and for some of you out there, nothing speaks louder in declaring your independence than going out, lighting a wick to a big cardboard cannon full of gunpowder and sparkles, and watching its incredible glory up in the heavens. It's also a sight to behold and a symbol of the nation's founding. But how much are you paying above and beyond for those ordinances? Let's first talk about where you can get them. Welcome back to the States. I'm your host, Greg Bishop, and happy Independence Day to you. According to the American Pyrotechnics Association, only one state bans all consumer fireworks, and that's Maine. Now, Illinois and Vermont, they allow only wire or wood stick sparklers and other novelty items like those snakes. I know for a fact that Illinois residents cross the border to neighboring states to pick up the powerful stuff for their own personal displays, despite whether there's local laws and regulations against that. Guess there's some, declaring of their independence in that action. But it's also lost tax revenue for Illinois. Now, I imagine people in Vermont follow that same path, giving their July 4th Independence Day fireworks tax dollars to neighboring states. Now, the rest of the country and Washington, D.C., they allow for all types of consumer fireworks permitted by federal regulations, but it's important to note state laws vary. Meanwhile, most states don't levy any excise tax on fireworks. You might just have the local or state sales tax, but nothing extra on items like fireworks. Those that do impose taxes, they impose between 2% excise tax all the way up to 12% excise tax. Which states are those? Well, Alaska and Texas, they charge 2% excise tax. Georgia and Indiana charge 5% excise tax. Michigan charges 6%. Alabama charges 8%. And then on the high end of the spectrum, West Virginia and Pennsylvania charge 12%. Now, in Pennsylvania, that 12% tax rate for consumer fireworks and the state sales tax of 6%, both are independent of each other. That means you're paying 18% for fireworks bought in Pennsylvania. The issue recently came up on the Pennsylvania House floor, where officials there discussed how those funds being collected off that excise tax are being used.
Regarding the fireworks tax, how efficacious has that been in terms of delegation of those assets? Are we comfortable with how they're being utilized?
So the fireworks tax funds both the municipal fire department capital grant program. It funds the training center capital grant program, the bomb squad reimbursement program, our fireworks safety advertising campaign, and it provides additional funding into the annual grant program for the EMS grants. So in my opinion, the tax revenue is very beneficial to our ability to put money into the field.
But Pennsylvania requires retailers to pay even more. They pay the highest retail fees, as much as $20,000. So if you are in Pennsylvania, you want to set up a fireworks stand, they're legal, but in order to have that stand, you've got to pay a non-refundable $2,500 application fee and an additional fee ranging from $7,500 all the way up to $20,000, and that depends on the square footage of the retail space. Now, the Tax Foundation says that high fees for retailers turns into hidden costs that consumers end up paying in the long run. But while you're lighting the fuse, thinking how much in taxes are going to blow up in the sky, don't forget about your safety and the safety of those around you. The Consumer Product Safety Commission reports in 2025, there were 1,300 sparkler injuries. Yes, that's right, sparklers, the only thing legal in the state of Illinois. There were 13,000 fireworks injuries across the country. 30% were between the age of 25 and 44, and even younger people, 15 to 24, 31% had injuries. And there were 15 deaths reported last year. Now, the CPSC does provide some tips to stay safe. Among them, Never allow your children to play with or ignite fireworks, including sparklers. They burn real hot. Keep a bucket of water close by or a garden hose handy in case there's a fire or any other kind of mishap. Light fireworks one at a time, then move back quickly. And never try to relight or pick up fireworks that were not ignited fully. So when you're declaring your independence this Independence Day holiday, be safe.